So, while looking for new golfing games on Steam, because, we already played golf with your friends, and I think many people know how good that game is, maybe there are some alternatives on Steam that are as good or, worth looking into. So, that's where I came across Mini Golf Arena. Now, the thing is that the game has really bad reviews on Steam. I don't even know why. So, I got it on sale, and I'm gonna see how it is. I think it's also worth pointing out that this is an Android game, not just a PC game. Alright game, let's see what you got. So here we are at the menu of the game, and it looks kinda cluttered, doesn't look very good, but maybe the game is still pretty good. Like any other game, we have an assortment of options for audio and graphics and that kind of thing. So at least that works. You have your choice of controls and all that stuff. So this part of the game actually works. It's not like a piece of crap like other Unity games would be. Like golf with your friends, there's a bunch of customization options for your ball, for trails, for your hat, and the color. So that's nice to see that also here. There's even a workshop, but there isn't really anything here, at least at the moment. There's also a level editor, but I'm not really good at that kind of thing, so I can't tell you how accessible it is, and well, maybe some people will create something cool someday. I wasn't really able to find anybody playing. There was a server with 2 people, but it was locked behind a password, so guess we'll have to go single player. As of right now, there are plenty of courses to choose, but there's only one variable, and that's jumping. And, well, we'll see if the courses are of any quality. So, initial impressions. The graphics are okay. They're not great or anything, but they're not that bad. Some detail and a bit of oversaturation, but I think the graphics are fairly passable. When it comes to the control, it's a bit stiff. When you're using the control method that's used in golf with your friends, you have to push the mouse a bit more than you would in that game. It doesn't have the same sort of fluid motion. It just feels like a little bit like it needs some grease, That's what it feels like. At the end of each hole, you get a Russian voiceover. It's kind of weird.
Boogie plus double boogie is triple boogie.
It's not really fitting. I guess it's a little bit humorous, but I don't know, it doesn't really fit this too well. I saw people were complaining about the physics. I don't think they're too bad. They aren't as good as golf with your friends, but they're not too bad. Like, you don't get penalized, or there's no real cheap losses because the physics screwed you over. It's just, everything feels a bit heavier, and that's basically the physics part. It's also worth mentioning that you earn coins based on your performance, and you can use those coins to get new trails or any kind of cosmetic accessories, really. There's a small glitch I've come across. Basically, if you stop on a hill and you roll down it, it will count as an extra stroke even though you didn't do anything. I don't know if this is a bug or if it's intentional, but it is fairly annoying. So how about the courses then? So the Mountains course is a lot like the first course in Golf with Your Friends. It's quite basic. It teaches you sort of like the things you need to know about the game. Of course, will get more difficult later on, but this is a pretty good introductory course. So the Pixie course seems like a big step up from the Mountain course. It's more difficult, it looks brighter, and generally it's a totally different track. You'll have to practice in order to get good at this one. So the Mars course, I think it's kinda ugly, honestly. It looks pretty bad. Difficulty wise, it doesn't seem like a step up from Pixie. It's more basic, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this one. I almost forgot to mention the music, but I really like it. I actually prefer it over Golf with Your Friends soundtrack. It has kind of an ambient fantasy vibe to it. Think of like Oblivion or something similar. I really like the soundtrack. On to the Elbrus Course. I overall like this one. I think the theme is quite nice. Graphics are pretty good. And the difficulty is okay. It seems about the same level as Mars or something. But overall, I think this is a pretty good one. Well, the System Course. I kind of like it. It's alright. Difficulty seems to be it's ramped up a bit now. It has some decent weather effects. I think the overall theme is pretty good, but it's not my favorite. I think this one will take a bit getting used to. The floating valley course is rather interesting. A lot of it feels automated, I think it is, but there's a lot of air time and everything is floating, hence the name. This course is unique, so I'll give it that, but I don't think it's the most challenging thing in the world. A lot of it is kind of auto-controlled. It's a shame. And on to the final course, Eclipse. It is quite difficult. This one is super, super difficult. This one will take a lot of practice to actually get good at. In terms of the design of the course, I think it's not bad. It's a bit monochrome and that kind of thing. Very moody. If you like that sort of thing, this is your map. But I think this one it's not a favorite. And but if you get good at it, good on you. I think that about wraps it up with this game. I don't know if I haven't mentioned anything, but yeah, it's not bad overall. It's not a bad game. It's not worthy of a mostly negative or whatever it's got on Steam now. If you're looking for a golf game that's not Golf with Your Friends, I guess it's worth checking out. I got it on sale, maybe you should too. You might find some things that you like more than in Golf with Your Friends. Probably not. It feels like a kind of second-rate thing, but overall it's pretty fine actually. You should go check it out. I think that wraps up this video. I don't know what else to say. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.